Among the artists and artworks that caught my attention was work by Mika Tajima. She is a contemporary artist born in Los Angeles, but is based in New York. She works with a team and a group of collaborators from a collective that she co-founded. She seems to incorporate a number of practices that interest me, including installation, collaboration, interactivity, performance, film, technology, scent, fabrics, patterns, color, literature, and history, as well as the impact of machines and society on humans. She fuses industrial and interior design with fine art and conducts in-depth research, often including quotes from authors, historians, and philosophers. Her output includes topics ranging from the price of gold and the labor and production behind filmmaking to the effects of Herman Miller office furniture and the symbolism of jacuzzi pressure valves. She has been active since the year 2000 and utilizes so many different types of mediums, materials, film, installation, performance, and practices that there are too many shows and works for me to thoughtfully cover in a short video. But she's featured in an Art 21 episode if you're interested in learning more about her. I'm going to focus on two of her series of works that I think directly relate to this class. In particular, the Negative Entropy series, included in the Whitney show, and the Meridian series, which includes her Machines of Loving Grace installation made for the Palais du Tokyo in Paris. The show programmed Rules, Codes, and Choreographies in Art 1965 to 2018 ran from September of 2018 to April of 2019 in the Whitney Museum of American Art. Adjunct curator of digital art, Christiane Paul, wrote an essay, Histories of the Digital Now, as an overview of the show in which she explores its histories, artists, impact, and limitations. Mika Tajima had two works included in the Whitney show, and they were part of the section titled Programmed. In particular, the Negative Entropy piece caught my attention because of its inspiration deriving from jacquard looms. The jacquard loom was not only an early automation and industrialization technique that revolutionized textile and fabric weaving through the use of stored patterns on punch cards, but this use of punch cards also became a precursor to early tabulating computers. The jacquard loom invention in 1804 is credited to French weaver Joseph-Marie Jacquard, based on similar earlier designs by three others. It simplified and recorded complex weaving patterns on punch cards that were laced together in a sequence that lifted and separated the threads on a loom and recorded patterns. It not only enabled intricate fabrics to be made quickly, repeatedly, and affordably, but it was also a precursor to automated designs, industrial production, and digital computers. The punch cards used in the jacquard machine inspired the father of the computer, English mathematician, philosopher, inventor, and mechanical engineer Charles Babbage, whose concepts were the origin of the first programmable computer. Later, German-American statistician Hermann Hollerith, while working for the U.S. Census Bureau, went on to invent an electromechanical punch card tabulating machine. His tabulating machine company was one of the four original companies that became IBM, and punch card computing was still being used until the 1980s. Mika Tajima's Negative Entropy works are part of a series that she describes as acoustic portraits. They derive from a residency at the Fabric Workshop. The abstract, woven patterns are created using jacquard looms and are material visualizations of sound waves created from field recording data taken at various industrial and energy production sites. The negative entropy name is a quantum physics term that describes a reversal or negation of disorder, effectively preserving the order of a system.
I like to think, and the sooner the better, of a cybernetic meadow where mammals and computers live together in mutually programming harmony like pure water touching clear sky. I like to think, right now please, of a cybernetic forest filled with pines and electronics, where deer stroll peacefully past computers as if they were flowers with spinning blossoms. I like to think, it has to be, of a cybernetic ecology where we are free of our labors and joined back to nature, returned to our mammal brothers and sisters, and all watched over by machines of loving grace.
In 1967, while poet in residence at Caltech, the California Institute of Technology, American writer Richard Brautigan wrote, "All watched over by machines of loving grace." The poem describes an idealistic and utopian world in which nature, humans, and machines all coexist in harmony. In 2011, British filmmaker Adam Curtis created a series by the same name, taking a look back at the history of computing and impact of systematic approaches to categorizing and managing nature and humans. Mika's show, titled Machines of Loving Grace at Palais du Tokyo, is part of her Meridian series. It was developed using sentiment analysis. She works with programmer Eric Tsai to incorporate live Twitter feeds from the geographic region of each of her installations. The program translates the data to interact with her light sculptures, expressing the real-time collective mood of the population. Depending on the sentiment of the data feed, the colors in the installation shift in range from neutral white to a positive purple to an amber alert orange. If you would like to learn more about Mika Tajima and her other work, check out her website, mikatajima.com, as well as information from her shows at Pace Gallery, the Whitney, Palais du Tokyo, and Art 21.